Hello everyone, my name is Jatan Upadhyay. As the part of my director research project, I have undertaken the study of topic construction worker productivity, measurement techniques, causes of inefficiency, and strategies for improvement under the guidance of Manish Ravi sir. Moving forward to the introduction part. So, what is a labor productivity? So, the amount of work completed by laborers per man hour or man day is known as labor productivity. Construction worker productivity is a critical factor in determining the success and efficiency of construction project. With construction being one of the most labor-intensive industries, worker productivity has a direct impact on project timelines, cost, and overall quality. Despite advancement in technology and project management tools, inefficiency among construction workers remain a prestigious challenge. Accurate measurement of worker productivity is essential to identify these issues and implement effective strategies for improvement. Moving forward to the construction background in India. So, the construction sector is the second biggest industry in India, following agriculture. It plays a vital role in the national economy and offers jobs to numerous individuals. Then, going for construction worker productivity significance. So, labor productivity is the primary determinant of construction project profit or loss. It is critical to determine the extent to which various factors influence labor productivity. The primary value-adding function in the construction industry is thought to be productivity. Time and money can be saved during construction if labor productivity is known in advance. Now coming to the research scope. So, this directed research project, which is construction worker productivity, measurement techniques, causes of inefficiencies, and strategies for improvement, focuses on understanding and improving productivity in the construction sector. The primary objective is to explore the various techniques for accurately measuring construction worker productivity. Additionally, the project seeks to identify the key causes of inefficiencies in the terms of factor affecting worker productivity that hinder productivity through a literature-based study and questionnaire survey with a real site performance. Lastly, the research aims to suggest recommendation and strategy that can be implemented by construction companies to enhance worker productivity. Now, moving forward to the objective of this topic. So, examine various techniques for measuring construction worker productivity, then identify various key factors including organization and real site factors contributing to inefficiency in construction worker productivity. Then analyze the role of lean methodology in improving construction worker productivity. Then propose recommendation for construction firms to improve worker productivity. Moving forward to the literature review. So, a literature review is undertaken on the subject of the investigation, and numerous significant studies are discovered from the various studies that serve as a references for the study that will be carried out on the subject. So, there are various subjects to be covered by literature review. So, first is what is a labor productivity? So, it is nothing but the link between the amount of work performed and the number of working hours is known as labor productivity. Then moving forward to the labor productivity importance in construction. So labor productivity is the primary determinant of construction project profit or loss. It is crucial to understand the relative importance of each element affecting labor productivity. Then coming to the factor affecting construction labor productivity. Factors affecting labor productivity refers to a various internal and external elements that influences the efficiency and output of labor in the work environment. Then, strategies for improvement labor productivity in construction company. This explores strategy that construction company leaders can employ to enhance labor productivity. The study identifies key factors affecting productivity, including leadership style, motivation, training, and effective project management process. It provides recommendation for construction leaders to develop and implement strategy tailored to their specific organization context to improve labor productivity. And last one is lean principle in construction. So lean principles aiming to minimize waste and maximize value as per Koskela. focus on improving workflow, standardizing process, and empowering workers in construction. While some studies highlight specific lean tools integrated framework for labor productivity enhancement are limited. Moving forward to the research methodology. So the research methodology for this study on construction worker productivity aims to explore the key factors influencing productivity on construction sites, identify the causes of inefficiency, and evaluate potential strategies for enhancing performance. To achieve these objectives, a mixed method approach will be utilized, combining both quantitative and qualitative techniques. Quantitative data will be gathered through surveys and observational research, allowing for statistical analysis of productivity. Qualitative insight will be obtained through interviews and case studies with the construction workers, managers, and industry's experts, offering a deep understanding of the challenges faced on a construction site. By integrating these methods, this research will be provide a comprehensive view of construction worker productivity from measurement techniques to practical strategies for improvement, contributing the valuable knowledge to the field of construction management. So, in the part of a research methodology, first step is a proposal phase. So, in the first stage, there are some things like research paper, thesis, newspaper, articles, and then objective of studies. Then moving forward to the second stage is a data collection. So, in the second part, questionnaires, form preparation, and interviewing with various expertise is happen. Then conduct questionnaires, field survey, identification of factor affecting productivity. And finally, in the data analysis, defining the issues based on questionnaire survey, then inference after analysis, and then moving forward to the conclusion. Coming to the data collection. So in the data collection, primary and secondary data were to the main form of information gathered by for this study. By visiting the building site and gathering project manager and planning engineer perspectives on the subjects, primary data is gathered. A survey of the literature was used to gather secondary data, and questionnaires was used to get primary data, which included both quantitative and qualitative information. So in the data collection, there are two separate heads like primary data and secondary data. So in the primary data, things like surveys and questionnaires, which is distributed to construction workers, site manager, and contractor to gather data on productivity measurement, factor causing inefficiency, and strategies they use for improvement. In the another part, secondary data, literature review is used. So in the literature review, analyze existing studies, industry reports, and articles related to the construction worker productivity, measurement techniques, and strategies for improvement. So in the questionnaire survey, there are many participants like laborers, foremen, site engineer, supervisor, planning engineer, and project manager. So, questionnaires and semi-structured interviews conducted with around 45%, including project manager, site engineer, foreman, labor, and supervisors. Coming to the data collection part, and the first part is factor affecting labor productivity. So, by conducted questionnaire surveys on a site with different people like laborers, site engineers, planning engineers, foremen, etc. Various factors are identified, around 35 factors. So the factor is a poor condition of temporary facilities on site, then site congestion, type of structure, skilled labor availability, then number of laborers on site, availability of drawings, design, errors in drawing, then frequent drawing revision. After that, unrealistic scheduling and expectation of labor performance. Then design complexity level, improper project coordination, poor sequencing of activities and resource planning, equipment and tool availability, then quality of tools provided, equipment and tools breakdown, maintenance schedule of tools and equipments, then material resource availability, material storage location, site leadership, then lack of safety resources at site, delayed delivery of material by the supplier, then various construction methods, motivation of labor, attitude of the workforce, then uh, weather conditions, accidents on site, improper site layout, then delay of payment of workers, then rework, supervision of labors. After that, lack of periodic meeting among the management, contractors, and site personnel. Then labor fatigue due to working overtime, late arrival and early quit of worker by laborers, project complexity, and last one is overall location of work to main power. So total number of 35 factors identified by interviewing and conducting questionnaire survey as the part of primary data collection on construction site. Moving forward to the value stream mapping, which is a part of data analysis. So VSM is nothing but is a lean production tool that allows for the visualization and understanding of the flow of material and information with a value chain. It is also defined as an improvement process that aims to maximize value by identifying and eliminating waste in the value chain. So slab formwork using plywood is chosen as the activity to apply VSM. So this activity is performed on 24 February during hour of 9 a.m. to around 7:30 p.m. So there are total number of 4 carpenters and 3 helpers. Time taken is around 622 minutes. Uh, as we already mentioned, slab formwork using plywood is a activity. So material requires shuttering props, formwork plywood, nails, nylon thread, water level tube, etc. Like. So here, for this case study, this is a real site case study which is observed. So observed slab area is around 150 square meter. Time taken for completion is around 590 minutes. So in the VSM, there are a brief descriptive activities like mobilization of U-jack, then fixing U-jack to beam bottom Tata box, then fixing of Tata box, supply of ply to the working area, then like temporary setting of ply, checking corners with plumb bob, then fixing of ply with nails, then checking for line dori. So these all are the activities which was performed during the slab formwork using plywood activity. So, by using this, various wastes are identified during this observation, like assembly of labor, mobilization of tool, mobilization of material, setting of ply, mobilization of ply also. So, in this exercise, there are certain duration which was observed during the site hours. Then also identify value added activity and non-value added activity, also change over time and cycle time. So after the all the analysis, which is comes under current state mapping. So after analyzing all these activities during the current state mapping, current productivity is derived by 3.96 minutes per square feet. And targeted productivity is, which is also known as takt time, is around 4.14 minutes per square meter. And time required to meet demand is around 1.82 minutes per square feet. So after the completion of current state mapping, and by utilizing variety of lean techniques to reduce cycle time or eliminate observable waste, the future state map was developed. For a future state mapping, the following tools were utilized like Kaizen, pool planning, 5S, Kanban, and so on. Also Gemba work, cause and effect diagram, and so on. So after the application of these different tools, the overall cycle time per activity and overall general cycle time was reduced. So here we can see that after the application of these tools, current productivity is around 4.86 and targeted productivity is around 3.14. So time required to meet demand is around 1.72 minutes per square meter. So here we can easily see the difference between the current state mapping and future state mapping. What actual VSM how the VSM works, like identify waste during the particular activity observation, then trying to reduce cycle time by using such tools like Kaizen, Kanban 5S, and trying to solve the observational waste and the main focus of these activities to improving the construction worker productivity at that particular activity. So here are the brief description of VSM, which is in the VSM non-value adding wastage identified across various tasks are commonly categorized into 8 types. Collectively refers to as a downtime, as I earlier said. These types of includes defects, overproduction, transportation, inventory, motion, and others. So, right side table shows the weights in current activity. Like I earlier mentioned, assembly of labor, mobilization of tool, material, setting of ply. In a particular parameter like motion, transport, extra processing, inventory, defect, and so on. Moving forward to the another measurement technique, which is used for measuring effective measuring of construction worker productivity. So that is format delay survey. So basically, format delay surveys are the method for measuring the performance and improving productivity. They assess performance by quantifying the presence of delays in the workforce's daily routine. The FDS tracks these issues on a site-wide basis in terms of man-hours lost. So So basically, format delay survey is a lean tool used to calculate the productivity of the workers, and also it would be useful to calculate the performance of the activity. This survey helps in controlling the recoverable delays caused by the worker during their work timing. There are studies show the waste of time cause a lot of and cost impacts on the project cost, and also it affects the duration. FDS is basically intended to obtain information of reasonable accuracy, avoid adversary relationship with the workforce, and provide positive motivational atmosphere in which problems can be readily identified and solved. So, generally, the FDS tries to minimize the cost of their administrative through the use of the resource already present on the construction site with a little expenses required. So basically FDS provide current estimates since they ask for information at the end of the each day. They can canvas entire project rather than just a sample of the workforce. They are also inexpensive and easy to administer since only about 5 minutes of format time is required to complete the form. So as the part of case study 2, also format delay survey was performed on the real site. So one activity is chosen which is beam lapping. So, in the beam lapping, there are number of sequence of activities like on-site preparation, example of installation of covers, then beam lapping, marking of stirrups, then arrange stirrups as per marking. After that, tying of stirrups by binding wire, then tying of extra bars, housekeeping, and lowering of reinforcement cage. So, by conducting this process, the major deal is observed on site in the form of various parameters like changes, redoing work, then unexplained or unnecessary move, then waiting for information, waiting for inventory, waiting for fellow crew member, and others. So here right side chart show the particular carpenter versus helper turn working time. So here we can see that in all the parameters, waiting for information is stands for highest numbers. So these type of delays occur on site. We can see that it stands for 42. So this exercise is also observed during site hours around the duration of 10 hours and 45 minutes. The activities, as I earlier mentioned, is reinforcement of beam and beam lapping. Tool require lack of tool. This is a particular tool which is not there on that particular observation. The tool name is measuring tab. So there is a various type of delays that I mentioned, like changes, redoing work, unexplained or unnecessary move, waiting for information, waiting for inventory, waiting for fellow crew members and others. So here there are several several analysis of non-working time and working time for fitter and helper. So here we can see that in this graph, we can see that this graph shows the particular non-working time in percentage and working time for a fitter, helper, and for all also. Coming to the conclusion part. So, this study explores the various techniques for accurately measuring construction worker productivity. Additionally, the project seeks to identify the key causes of inefficiency, factor affecting worker productivity, which is that hinders productivity. Total number of 35 factors are identified by primary data collection, which includes questionnaire survey with different sector peoples like foremen, laborers, site engineers, planning engineers, and project managers. So these studies also identify various suggestions for labor productivity improvement by interviewing various site people. So I mentioned it in my DRP report. Here I cannot mention because of space restriction. So there are various suggestions which can be directly applicable on real site performance. Like details of every work should be present at the site. Every work should be well specified. Then practice productivity management as any other aspect of the project. When management gives importance to productivity, there is a control and desire for improvement right from topmost person to the bottommost person. And hence, there is improvement of productivity. After that, payment should be made timely manner without delay. Then incentives should be given to both staff members and workers for achieving increased productivity in their work area. This can be extended to subcontractor and supervisor also, which highly motivates the team to achieve more productivity. Another suggestion is the construction method should be in a such a way so that labor can complete work with a more productivity. Then a core team has to be formed to measure, monitor, and improve productivity. The core team should consist of a mix of people from topmost managers to the bottom supervisor. Management should be on the lookout for technological advance and implement them immediately, which in turn increase productivity. A core team has to be formed to measure, monitor, and improve productivity. Effective labor supervision increases the labor productivity. The supervisor should be made of responsible for the productivity. Uses of workers should not be more than 8 hours per day and for around 40 hours per week, because after the 8 hours workers efficiency has been less than 90%, and maybe he will present at site physically but not mentally due to physical fatigue. Actually this happens many times. If we want to overtime at site, we should use other batch of labor after each 8 hour slot. After that, try to make a group of each task, and each group should have a leader. The leader of the group will be responsible for productivity of his group, particularly. The behavior of leaders should be friendly with the team members. Then to achieve desired result, the time required in the implementing change order should be estimated and scheduled without affecting the project completion time. Then the regular meetings should be arranged with the project authorities. The timetable of worker at site should be strictly maintained, and engagement of worker in the non-productive tasks should be less during work time. Then special focus should be on a late arrival, early quit, and frequent breaks during working time. It can save loss of productivity. Then also attend productive construction labor productivity conferences and like meetings. Then serve as a member of a group that identifies construction labor productivity problems. So these are some suggestions which was derived by the questionnaire surveys and interviewing with the different sector people, which can be more realistic on a site to for in the real manner improvement of construction labor productivity. Also, there is another part is in the here mentioned in the conclusion, building on the insight gained from this study. One promising avenue for future research is the integration of advanced digital technology into productivity measurement. So while value stream mapping, foreman delay surveys, and work sampling provided a solid foundation for identify waste and inefficiency, emerging tools such as building information model, which is also known as a BIM, IoT, which is Internet of Things, sensors, and wearable devices could enable continuous real-time data collection. Subsequent studies might pilot these technology on live sites to compare traditional periodic measurements with dynamic sensor-driven analytics, assessing not only productivity gains but also accuracy, cost effectiveness, and user acceptance of such approaches.